Hello. I just recently received the first order that I had placed with a company called HobbyLink in Georgia, and I wanted to just briefly touch on what I bought from them and how their service was. First of all, the order was received very quickly and it was very accurate. Everything was exactly what I ordered, and the items were very well priced. They were packaged in this small box, which was just fine because there was only a few items that I ordered and they fit in the box easily, so that it wasn't overstuffed, and it was padded very nicely so that everything was protected. I ordered these little caution and stop signs that I have in the layout, and I'm going to show you those more closely in a few minutes. They were in these little frames that they were molded in, that were used to mold and paint them, and all of them were very easy to just cut out of these little frames. There were 2 of each of the types that I ordered, in crossing warning signs, a total of 8, yellow stop signs, a total of 8, miscellaneous warning signs, a total of 8. In addition to that, I ordered these Woodland Scenic dry transfer decals. This is basically striping for use in roads and parking lots and railroad crossings and so forth. And I put those down in a couple places too, and I'm very pleased with how easily they went down. So I'm going to show you the striping that I put down from the dry transfer kits, and I'm going to show you the few of the warning signs that I put around the layout in just a few minutes before I move on to the next step in making those warning signs everything that they can be. Right there on that grade crossing is one of the dry transfer stripes that I used from the order from HobbyLink, and the manufacturer of that, of course, is Woodland Scenics. Then there's one of the stop signs, and I'll pan around and show a few more of those signs as I get there. There's another one of the signs. That's the crossing sign that indicates that a railroad crossing is coming up, and there I've got another sign there, and here I've got another stop sign and another crossing sign. If you look beyond that just a little bit, you'll see some painting supplies. I found that when I look at these signs, and you may be able to see this on some of them if I pan back to that stop sign and zoom in a little bit, but if you look closely, you can see a shadow from the post that comes through the sign from the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the reverse side of those signs with the steel metallic paint that I have from Testor, and that I think will make the signs, first of all, look more realistic, because the back of the whole sign, instead of being the yellow showing through, will be a metallic color, and the front of the sign will no longer have the shadow of the post shining through or showing through it. So I'm going to go ahead and going to paint the backs of each one of those signs, and I think that will make them look a lot more realistic. Okay, I have painted the backs of the signs with the steel colored paint so they look silvery from the back, which is more in keeping with what they should look like. And also that has solved the problem of the post showing through from the back side of the sign to the front side of the sign. So I'm very happy with that. That's a good improvement. They look really really good, I think, with the silver or steel painted backs. Steel paint from Testors is what I used there. Another thing that I did just while I did this little brief time out here was I added some little striping at this curve of the road. If we go down here and look real carefully, this is also the HobbyLink product, the dry transfer striping. I used that dry transfer striping to put some yellow guide stripes along the curve of that road, so that cars, you know, in a real situation would be staying mostly in their own lane. That is the update on what I ordered from HobbyLink. I'm really pleased with those. Those little signs look great. They were really quite inexpensive, and they add, I think, quite a bit to the layout in terms of realism, and so I'm really glad that I was able to get those. I painted the posts with a steel paint before I put the signs in place, but it just never occurred to me to paint the back of the sign as well. Once I had them in place, though, that became an obvious next step, and I think it's going to work out great. From the front side of the sign, you're not seeing the post, the shadow of the post anymore, and the back side of the sign looks very realistic, looks as though it's made out of steel or aluminum or whatever. The only thing that's missing here on these signs are bullet holes in them. In rural areas, it was not uncommon years ago, maybe it still is not uncommon, to see a few bullet holes through signs where local teenagers and young people out hunting might decide to use them for target practice. So that's our update. HobbyLink is my newest source of supplies, and I'm very pleased with what I got there. I think that they're going to be a good source ongoing. The website is hobbylink.com, HOBBYLINC.com, and I'm pleased with them. So added another vendor that is going to work out for me, I think. As always, I thank you for your time today and watching this video, and I encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also hit that thumbs up down below and like the video. That's a big boost for me whenever that happens. And feel free to share this video with anyone else you know who might be into modeling and have an interest in this topic. Thanks for watching.